Here's what happened Thursday in the men's 100-meter semifinal. Dennis Mitchell in lane number 2, one of the favorites in the race and one of America's most prolific sprinters, false starts. You can see him bolt out of there. Gun sound sending them back to the line. You can see he didn't believe it, but nonetheless, in the next go-round, he still gets out well and is in the pack and in the hunt. Until about here. Then Mitchell fades. Not enough push to the tape, finishing 6th in a time of 10.22 and failing to qualify for the final. So he'll miss, for the first time in 10 years, a major international championship. Well, gentlemen, a tough break for Dennis Mitchell, because it looked like he was pumped and ready.
Dennis Mitchell has been so consistent over the last decade, a true leader among athletes. In fact, he is the designated leader of the Athletes Advisory Committee of the U.S. Track Organization, and I know he's had some injury problems. Maybe some of his political activities have taken his edge off at this time of the season.
Well, he's changed coaches. He's moved back and forth across the country, and the leadership that he provides on a 4x1 team and also as part of the sprint corps is going to be sorely missed this summer.
So Dennis Mitchell missed it, but it was still a very competitive 100-meter run. Let's take a look at the 100-meter dash from last night, as we called it. Ready now for the men's 100-meter dash for the national championship. The American record, Leroy Burrell, in 1994, time of 9:85, surpassed for the world record, of course, by Donovan Bailey in Atlanta at the Olympic Games, a time of 9.84. Strong field here in Indianapolis in lane number 1, Vincent Henderson.
He was a semifinalist at last summer's Olympic trials in both the 100 and the 200 meters.
In lane number 2, Tim Montgomery from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Only 22 years old, ran a lifetime best of 9.96 to win his first round race.
In lane number 3, it's Ken Brokenburr from St. Augustine's College.
First time in 5 tries that he's made the final at this national championships. Was a semifinalist at last year's Olympic trials.
In lane number 4, one of the real contenders here, the veteran Mike Marsh.
29 years old. He's done it all, including a gold medal at 200 meters in the 1992 Olympics.
And here's also one of the favorites in the race, Jon Drummond from Los Angeles, 96 Olympic 4x4 silver medalist, 4x100 silver medalist.
From TCU, but now living in Los Angeles, the clown prince of track and field. He was also in the 100 at last year's Olympics.
Keep an eye on lane 6, Maurice Greene from Los Angeles, just 22 years of age, but a personal record of 9.96.
And he did that in the first round as well. Looked very good. Many people picking him here.
In lane 7, Leroy Burrell himself, the American record holder.
Twice the world record holder, twice the national champion at this distance, finally over the injuries.
Another of the youngsters in lane number 8, 22-year-old Brian Lewis from Norfolk State.
Former teammate of Tim Montgomery at Norfolk State, both coached by sprint great Steve Riddick.
So there's your field, lanes 1 through 8 for the national championship at 100 meters. Top 3 will be heading to the World Championships in Athens.
Maurice Greene now training with Jon Drummond out in Los Angeles under Coach John Smith. And Drummond told me that Greene is much more consistent now. First time he's trained with the big guys. That's given him a view of the hard work, the concentration, the attention to detail that it takes to be a world-class sprinter these days.
The race should be in lanes 4, 5, and 6. That's Mike Marsh, Jon Drummond, Maurice Greene. Looking at Greene there in lane number 6.
Set.
Strong start in the middle of the track where you would expect it. Greene and Drummond. Up in lane 2, Tim Montgomery. Montgomery, now here comes Greene. Greene and Montgomery to the line, and Greene just edging Tim Montgomery, who in lane 2 had the better of it through the first half of the race. But it is Maurice Greene at the finish line getting the victory and the national championship.
And youth prevails in this race as two 22-year-olds go head-to-head over the closing strides. I think you're right that Maurice Greene got it, as we're looking at Tim Montgomery, who made an amazing mid-race charge. 9.90, only a slight tailwind. That ties the meet record of Leroy Burrell, which was a world record when he ran it. Excellent start in the middle of the field for Maurice Greene and Jon Drummond. There you see about midway through the race, it's Drummond in control, but then Greene comes on, and just out of sight at the top of the screen, there he is, Tim Montgomery. Excellent race, Dwight Stones.
Well, both of them shifting gears at about the 65-meter mark. really looking like veterans here. The two 22-year-olds knocking off the veterans. It's great to see these new kids, the second tier of sprinters the last few years, moving up and taking the place of the veterans. That's a good sign for the future.
Photo finish for Maurice Greene, just edging out Tim Montgomery, and Maurice Greene, the champion. In the 100-meter event, Montgomery got second, and the veteran Mike Marsh was third. He was closely ahead of Jon Drummond. So Maurice Greene is now the national champion for 1997.
All right, with the winner, Maurice Greene, a very fast, deep field. What did you have to do to win this race?
Well, I just had to carry out my drive phase at the beginning of the race and just stay relaxed and carry everything through.
It was extremely close at the end. Did you realize it was that close, and what did you do to get across first?
Well, I felt it was going to be a close race in the beginning, but I just tried to relax and just stay as comfortable as I am in the race. Just carry everything through.
How much does this one mean to you, getting the Worlds, winning the U.S. Nationals?
It really means a lot because last year I got hurt in the middle of the season, and it hurt me for the Olympic trials. But now I feel like I'm back on track, and I got a long way to go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back upstairs to Tim Ryan.
All right, Michelle, we'll see if these young sprinters can make up for the lean times the American sprinters have had in recent years. They'll head to the Worlds, two 22-year-olds, along with the veteran Mike Marsh.